Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So we are entering week 44 of season 10 of TGC Tours. 48 weeks in total in this season, so we've basically got 5 events left until the end of the season. So time is running out in this season. I've been speculating a little bit of, is that necessarily a bad thing? That I'm worried if I somehow qualify, would that be to my detriment at this point, given that then we're heading into a long break? And then, maybe I get a little rusty within this specific area. So, what I am going to try to figure out... So actually, part of why I make that last statement is the fact that if you have kept up with the single player, the offline series that I do, to try to also sometimes just get some more rounds in and share some more content on the channel. That did come back, if you want to call it, after kind of a 3-week hiatus where I hadn't done anything, partially because we were out of town, just catching up, just trying to get things back into the flow in my simming schedule and life and so forth. So while I don't have any specific release times that I stick to on the channel at this point, because it really hadn't seemed to have mattered. It wasn't as if people were waiting, and it's not as if I'm live streaming so that people need to mark it on their calendar that, hey, Tuesday at 7 p.m. is always going to be TGC Tours round or something. Because these are always just done and recorded and then posted, they come out when they come out, and people seem okay with that. So obviously I've been just trying to focus on things that I'm enjoying rather than turning this into a job, because certainly, Lord knows, if you've done any YouTube channel things on your own, this certainly doesn't pay the bills. Maybe for those guys that have millions of subscribers or something, it starts to get to that point. But I really think the scale you'd need would be immense. So for most of us doing this, it's just kind of a labor of love and things we share with folks. So certainly what I'm doing here. But what I did mention in that was, wow, even though I did 3 good weeks of TGC Tours, and again, I didn't get a tour card, so I'm not trying to blow smoke or fooling myself or anything that I'm somehow all that in TGC Tours. But I was, hitting 3 out of 4 events, sometimes 4 out of 4 events under plus 10, getting respectable, certainly compared to where I was at. And then I would go shoot in single player and still hit plus 20 in a round over there. And as I looked at it, I'm like, the courses are just much more difficult when they're real life courses. Even though the TGC courses are enough to keep me from still hitting par or under with any frequency or almost ever, it just has seemed like it's a different world. So, and I've gone ahead, as always, in this and taken a look at this course, played 1 round through just to understand. So no water on this course, that's always nice. But that's exactly a perfect example. One of the things I just played, the second round, I was like, yeah, let's count the number of holes that have water in play. And it was 16 out of the 18 holes. I didn't hit the water a lot, and a lot of the times my poor scores were simply because I was still all over the place, and it's just much less forgiving and much less easy to recover from. But in any event, it still has to have some sort of a back-end psychological hit in my head, and maybe that's why I was having difficulty swinging well. Certainly didn't do terrific in my test round here in Frensham Hollow Golf Club, but I think I ended up plus 7 or something, so it wasn't terrific, but I really wasn't trying that hard. It was more trying to learn the course and so forth. So definitely a little bit different than when I'm in shooting for the actual rounds that are going to count. So really long intro there just to kind of catch you up and let you know where things are at. So first round, if I have the information, and I certainly do at this point, because it's, again, a little bit later than I have in the past, gone ahead and jumped in here, but still should be on time for keeping things going on when people expect to see the rounds Tuesday through Friday. So in the Duffer Classic, it's 7 Pines. I ended up plus 16, if you had looked at that, and I kind of said, you know, is that going to be enough to hang on? Because a week or two before that, they had given tour cards to people up to plus 18. Sadly, it was not. But the interesting thing, and this again shows the fluctuation of TGC Tours, if that third round where I really had that challenging hole, and I had been more in line, so instead of an 81, I had shot 74, 75. You know, 74 is kind of what I looked at, so 7 better than I had shot in the third round. In actuality, I would have not only qualified, I would have actually qualified into Tour K instead of Tour L. So they did put tour cards out up through plus 12. I would have basically ended up at plus 9 if I had had an improvement of 7 strokes. And that would have been enough to actually not be just barely cracking a tour card. I would have, in essence, had been promoted one flight, which is crazy, because I certainly don't feel that I would be anywhere near that point that, you know, I'd be wanting to be in K. I just want to qualify for L. I'm going to be holding on by the skin of my teeth anyway. But that all cycles back, and exactly what my point is of, do I want to qualify now? I mean, I do. If it happens, I'm certainly, you know, I'm not going to play poorly just to not. I'm not going to do any of that. But there is certainly a concern. But it's one of those, like, let's worry about it when it's something to worry about. Right now, I can't even get a tour card. But because of that, and because of, like, yeah, if I got into K, I don't think I'd have a hope of hanging on for any length of time. And yes, I think they'd drop me to L, and then, you know, I'd be able to hang on. Like, eventually I'd sift out into L anyway. So, but yeah, I think out of 60 people, I think they gave tour cards to 37 of them, and I was like at 45th with my score. So, didn't miss it by much. 4 strokes. 4 strokes better would have gotten me in 1 stroke per round. So, you can see how close I am here. It's close enough that I can smell it for sure. So let's take a look at what the Bluegrass Classic at Frensham Hollow Golf Club looks like. Okay, so certainly a bit unique when I looked at this. It does have 4 tee boxes, but they're basically all exactly in the same place. So I don't honestly understand why the designer did this, other than they thought they needed to have 4 tee boxes, and then they just had them, in essence, all in the same place. I mean, I assume they move around a little bit. I mean, maybe they move around a lot, and it just happened to be exactly the same yardage, but they're like, they stay on some sort of radius circle to the tee, and but create very different shot decisions or something. I don't know, but we can see we're firm, medium, fast, a little bit lower, sometimes medium, fast. I've typically been seeing a 7.3. Have no idea what exactly I would do with that information, but it's given to us. And then for the full course, we're on the red tees, obviously first pins, low wind, which is good, and then everything else stays at default.
Hello there, and welcome to this event. And this course begins with a par 5.
Yeah, a big par 5.
Fire this into the fairway.
So for the most part, this is kind of the course. I wouldn't say they're all straight holes, but they're kind of, you know, hallway holes. I don't know what else to call them. There's not a whole lot of variation on the sides of the green. This is a lot more uniform than you'd have in real life. Also, again, the greens, at least the first round pin placement and so forth, all in pretty flat areas, so makes putting pretty reasonable and so forth. But while there isn't water, there are ravines and things like that, but like I think that's a dry stream bed or a dry valley, whatever it is. Like there's bridges over there, but when we get up there and we look over that, you'll see it's just plants. So if I somehow end up in there, It's basically these red little or purple little flowers that are on the side here. So since we have no wind, I'm just going to leave it right here, and we're going to go ahead and tee off straight away.
Ooh, that drive had some mustard on it.
So, not a bad start. I can't say that I'm not surprised, but again, if I can't really look down there, but as you fly over, you can see there's not really water. We're going to lose 5 yards, we're going to lose 2, we're going to lose 7 in total. 4 irons actually going to gain about 8, so I'm going to leave it right there, because in essence it's just going to land. It might roll too far, and this is all assuming I can actually get a good second shot, which has been my challenge, especially when I stepped away into the single player. Okay, decent, kind of at the pin, but not bad, not bad. I should shut up, I guess. All right, much worse than when I said not bad. So I hit an area. I think this would be hard, but it's not impossible, because it really is just kind of a bit of a funnel. It's just, can I read the funnel right? Makes me think of funnel cakes. Now I'm hungry. Let's see. It is not moving over much. Got close, though.
Oh, man, just missed the eagle.
But we will take this
We are getting off on the right
as a birdie. Certainly not a bad start.
I love it. And we have a par 3 on this one.
All right. I don't even look at those challenges. I don't know. It caught my eye this time. So that's why suddenly I wasn't talking. Normally I'm a chatterbox. You guys know that. All right. Again, we're downhill. A little bit of wind that's going to move us. These are a challenge, you know, immediately going from a par 5 to a par 3. We're suddenly hitting driver. Now we're not taking advantage of the fact that we had a good driver shot, and we're sitting here with a pitching wedge. There's actually an insanely short par 3 coming up in a little bit, so you'll see that in a second. I felt it in the mid-swing thing, but again, enough of a fairway landing area that I'm all right.
Here's our second shot on hole number 2.
So let's try to not cause a huge amount of damage here. It's still got a very slow, and it trickles off. Darn it.
Third shot.
Shoot. So again, I squander my ability, probably. Oh, I saw it flying, and that's why I said probably. I'm like, this might go in, but no. No such luck.
So far, so good.
But, you know, not a hard putt once I'm close, pretty flat.
Okay, after that one, you've gone up to even par.
So, and this is the stuff that kind of hurts me. Like, it's just maintaining that consistency is something that I have struggled with. So a long par 4, but a good, I like perfect. I like seeing that. It makes me feel warm inside. I don't know. I have no idea what I was going to say there, but that's what I've said. So this is actually going to be 143. Yeah, I'm not gonna press it. I do not want to overdrive it.
Swing was a little bit off there.
Yeah, pulled it off. Not terrible on the distance. All right, let's see. We're gonna hit it a little harder. It looks kind of flat, so as far as the landing area. Okay, good. Oh, too fast. Shoot, I almost question if I would have been better just leaving it without giving the extra 3 yards. That would have given me a 10-foot putt instead of a 19-foot putt here. Downhill, a little bit downhill, not a lot, so I don't want to go nuts and overcompensate like crazy. Nah. Shoot. That was not a great swing, honestly, if I look at that. Wow, this is more challenging than I would like. So I talk. Oh,
no, that's going right by the hole, isn't it?
Oh boy.
All right, give it a tap. And right now you
confidence sapper. That is for sure.
Like a par 4 for this one.
What was that? All that work and maybe for naught. Wow. All right, that was important. Not unexpected. I did this in my practice round.
Get out of there.
I realized that after I hit it, I probably should put some curve on that. All right, let's go here. So we're going to go back 20, let's say 22, just to be safe. So that would put it at 118, 116. So I do want to go back here and try that. Oh,
was a little off kilter.
Those hurt. So this is what I can't really afford.
Setting up here now for our third shot.
All right, so flop shot for sure. We're gonna do that. I cannot. Yeah, looks like we're a little bit that way. Okay. Okay, we are on. Let's see how close we roll. Wow. Ooh. Talking about easy greens, and look at what I'm suddenly running into. Oh boy. Too far.
Okay, 11 feet to deal with.
All right, hopefully we can put it in. I am just trickling strokes away. This is gonna hurt. As if I keep playing this way, I guarantee myself I have a problem if I keep doing this. So I need to pull it together. And again, it's not unlike what I had. So here is that par 3. You can see it's 88 yards away. So it's basically giving me a pitch to try to make this thing. And you kind of need to do a pitch, otherwise you're doing a partial. Oh no! I had a good swing on this in practice, and I ended up pretty close with that. So I'm not enjoying that at all. 18, that would put me at 50. Wow. This could be it then. About the right power. Yeah. Strong and challenging. That is a long way.
Real estate to cover here.
Yeah, we do, and it's all downhill. So I have to be really, I have to hit it way early. That is way early. So let's see. At least, hopefully we don't fly by it. We won't. Oh my goodness. So close.
Setting up here for the bogey.
But again, another bogey. But I've had 2 terrible tee shots.
You sit at 4 over par.
So I need to break out of that. Need to break out of that disaster. There we go. Gonna stay out of the bunker? No, it's gonna go in the bunker.
Okay, out of the green side bunker. Let's have a nice up and down and ski-daddle.
Ski-daddle. Alright, I'll take that. Seems like it's on a little bit of a hill. Let's see. How much is it going to move is the real question. Not. Oh, my goodness, it moved more than I thought. First I was like, not enough, and then I'm like, oh, it's going in, and then it didn't. And then it almost ran away from me there. Crazy.
Teeing off now on the 7th.
All right. Another perfect. Important. Ooh, stay. Ah.
Okay, this is in the light rough.
It's light rough, so yeah, it won't be too bad. This is about where I was on this hole. I was a little closer because when I was hitting this, I was pretty much at the pin. But this is actually probably going to be better because then I won't hit it too far, right? Or
didn't feel right.
Or we're going to do that. Man,
that didn't hit the mark, did it?
I am not my friend.
Third shot.
I am not my friend in any way. Wow, that did not go. What do I do? Let's see. It'll cross and go. It did not move over at all. So disappointing.
And good work in there with the bogey.
I am already at +5. And I would think I was at this level on the other one, but I don't want to end up at +7.
And here we go.
I want better than that. All right, we're going to go one back again because it's falling 29 feet. So, and we're going to hit kind of, well, I've been hitting slow a lot, so I'm going to go this side. All right, I do tend to notice that I have this issue, so I'm gonna keep trying, but what ends up happening is I'm going too slow or whatever, and then I overcompensate. All right, so back on target, and again, this is where, like I said, I'm within par possibility here. Like, this is what doesn't happen on the real courses, because it's like you blow it and you're pretty much gone. You're kidding me. I was getting a lot more to fall in my in my test. Like, those putts were going in, so I was having a good feeling on my read capability, but it's just not executing right now. I did end up at some point with an eagle in my test round, so I will let that one out of the bag.
This one's about 195.
And that was when I was +7. I got myself back to +5 with that. All right, it's uphill. I do not like, because the green just dumps you off too as well. You can see that. So I'm going to go way over here just because of the lie too. This doesn't feel like it's enough, so I'm going to go more. Oh, man. I am giving up opportunities left and right here.
Setting up for our third shot.
So this is not playing out in a good way, in any way. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Because how did it end up that short with a slow?
All right, this is
it wasn't a very
shot.
Slow. All right, good swing. Still a little far again.
Safe par.
I'm half tempted to put backspin on there just so it sticks, but come on. Come on.
A bit too much power into that putt. 7-foot putt coming up. Good
Unbelievable. I cannot get anything to fall on my putts.
Okay,
and I'm worried, I mean, because it's not like you can tell the greens aren't super easy everywhere. So depending on where they start to place these pins, like, things are going to get challenging in the later rounds. So I need to take advantage of the situation here. All right, well, I did not hit this slice, or that slot.
I'm sure that's
I still bounced. It's all right. It's actually better.
Coming off a string of 3 bogeys in a row, but I think we can turn things around here.
All right, I do have confidence. I don't suck forever, usually. Not the bounce or the direction I thought. Wow,
nothing wrong with that.
That rolled. That does not bode well for the
does not bode well for
the putt. No, it's going to stay too far to the left.
Oh no, it's right by the hole.
It
About 6
is,
feet
but
to
this
go here.
should be
Looking good.
pretty basic.
That'll work for your par. Good stuff.
A lot of downhill putts, I will say that, on this course.
Over for the day.
Yeah, I think I had like 3 birdies and an eagle to end up with the +7. Again, I really don't want to end up with a +7. That would be pretty bad. Ooh, we gonna clear the tree? I think we are. All right. That worked out.
And this one's about 125 yards out.
All right, 8 iron, up in the air and wind. So I'm gonna just try to take it straight in. Whoops, that's a pitch. I don't want to do that. So let's reposition here. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the gap wedge. All right, that's important. That's like the first good tee shot and approach I've had in many holes.
Oh yeah, that's gonna do just fine.
Ooh,
great work.
How much is it gonna move is the question.
Drops, you'll get your birdie here. This putt's good so far.
All right, I was just worried it was gonna start flying.
And you're currently 6 over par.
You know, because again, it's certainly not too far gone. Like, I play well the rest of the round. I could end up with a +3, +2 without too much unlikeliness here. You know, I don't need a birdie every hole to get that. I mean, if I got a birdie every hole, that would be awesome. So obviously we're gonna try for that. Ooh, heavy rough.
We are in the deep stuff here.
We are. And I think it's almost impossible. Oh boy, where do we go? I'm gonna go that way because I don't know that I'm gonna carry that big bunker, the first one. I'm gonna go back here just because it's gonna kick that way. And now it goes and flies over. I did carry that. I am impressed.
This is our third shot's looking like.
I would honestly almost rather be short like that. Wow. I kind of need a partial flop if I do this, because this is only going to go back to like 30. Because a pitch is going to be too far as well. What do I do? Ah, terrible. That's the danger. That's the danger.
Fourth shot.
All right. Good. Yeah, too far. Don't roll off. Darn it.
And this is what the fifth shot's looking like.
Yeah, this is going to be another bogey, I bet. Yeah.
Well, that's a nice chip. Well done.
It is a nice chip, but it's a bogey. When it was really lining up to be an opportunity to gain some strokes again. 2 good shots off, the tee and then the approach shot, and then it turns into that because I couldn't get it over the bunker. Oh, God, that sucks.
Little less than pure on that swing.
Yeah, a little bit. Same shot I had in practice, though, now that I watch it.
We're in the deep stuff.
So, it's just weird how things really play out very, very similarly. It's like I have the same poor shots. Oh, that would have been awesome. Probably was too fast, but it was probably too fast. Come on. All right.
Do nicely.
That's the thing. I'm just saving par.
7 over par currently.
And again, it becomes like if I end this way, if I hit par on everything and I have a +7, maybe I still get it. But like that's not the way I want to qualify. I want to do better than this.
Nope, this one's hooked.
I think I did the same thing. Although I think I got to the fairway. So that's the one difference. Because I think I had the opportunity to drive the green. I think I did shank the second shot on my practice, so I didn't. But Alright, gotta pull it back. Alright, good shot. Too far away from the hole, I'll tell you that.
Safely on the green. And this one is from way, way out.
Yeah, this is a long way. Not gonna move enough.
Right by.
Yep.
Here comes the bogey putt.
So my practice is right now better. I never got to +8. Never got this far off track.
Over currently.
So it's not like, oh, I came back and put, no. I did much better. Yeah, I think this was a terrible shot in my practice round. So let's change that. Okay. Question is, will it carry? I think it will.
For it, and I think you might get there too.
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
Look at you go. Putting for eagle here now on this par 4. Drop this one.
If this falls, that'll be a gift. Might be too hard because it is downhill on the other side.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a long way.
Okay, 19 feet.
So again, another thing that should be easy may not be. Oh, it's not going to go. It went totally the other way.
Right by. Here we go.
That sucks.
And 3 putting in for par.
That sucks. Oh my god.
And you're currently 8
this round is killing me.
Okay, I have a good tee shot here now on the 16th.
Alright. Okay, we're going to try. I did the 4-wood. I was far, far too short in practice.
Ooh, might not be enough.
Alright, well, it's enough to get me there, but it's a par frickin' 3. So, not what I wanted. Okay, do something nice for me, please. Alright.
And you've got this much left to save par on this one.
So, should be okay.
It's getting there.
Ooh.
And the putt
started to
drops.
move left. I was a little worried. I could tell it was going to, but
over par at the moment.
But it broke a little faster than I expected.
And teeing up now on the 17th.
So same type of hole, but this time we're going to remember. And we're going to bend it a bit. So what I meant is same type of hole as when I rolled off. I don't know that I bent it enough. Still, still in the light rough though. So we'll consider that not bad. I want a normal shot. Do I want a normal shot? Alright, let me just do the pitch, I guess. Come on!
Well, unfortunate. That's going to get counted as a missed green.
This is ridiculous.
Here's
I'm
an
like...
18-footer.
I am so not enjoying this round. Wow, that broke off. That broke off the blade.
Here is the bogey.
I was not seeing that happening.
And after that one, 9 over par for the
Other
day.
than that, it was straight, like I thought it was, and that's why I hadn't moved it.
Ready to go.
Yeah, not a good start. Oh my God. I think this is what I did. I don't even know.
Good shot.
Can't make excuses for myself. I haven't been doing that in a long time, so you're probably not surprised by that, but it's just insanity how nothing is coming together. I better make this, but God, +9? I mean,
drop this and save that par.
Talk about embarrassment.
Going towards that hole.
You know, this is where I start to be like, should I bother practicing? Like, I could have had a +7 instead. Well.
Okay, we're done.
First round is in the books. And now I'm like I was 4+ rounds ago. I mean, really, the last 3 events, I've been competitive to some degree. But now I'm feeling like I almost need to do par or better for all 3 rounds, and I just haven't. That's not my game. I've talked about that before. I'm just not there. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but it's just all that pressure, I think, just makes it less likely to happen for me. So, you know, and I know there'll be, if there's naysayers out there, they'll be like, you put that thing in your head that you don't want to qualify until whatever. That was it. No, I don't know that was, but I can't obviously 100% say that it wasn't, because that's the whole point. It would be my subconscious and I wouldn't know. So with that, though, we've got that first round in the books. So if you've enjoyed this and you're not a subscriber, or you're not a subscriber, let's say that, either one of those things, if you would consider doing them, that would be greatly appreciated, and I will see you next time.